Hi, Trader Tina here from ShortMeTina.com. I know the last time I was on the mic was maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Still in the market, still paying attention to the SPY, and I wanted to give folks my overall impressions of the market. It hasn't changed too much from the last video that I did. I am cautiously optimistically bullish, but for those that didn't pay attention to that video or didn't listen to that video, let me just give a real quick recap of what I'm seeing in the SPY. So let's go back to December of 21 when the market more or less peaked, right? We peaked around, let's say 480, 485, somewhere around there. From that peak, more or less, we've been in a downward trend for the last 8 or 9 months, right? December, we're in August. So it's been in a downtrend for 8 or 9 months. We try to break out of this downtrend on several occasions. You can see here, visibly in March of 2022, March or April of 2022, we tried to sort of like break through, and we did, just couldn't sustain it. We tried again in June of 22, that didn't happen, and you come here in July of 22, then we actually broke free, and that's more or less when I became bullish on the market. We topped out at around, what do I have here? Around a high of 431. You can see that we're pulling back right now. I don't know what the percentage is from when we bottom in July around 360 to this overshoot here of around 431. I'm pretty sure it's relatively significant. You can do the math, and we're pulling back. So today we close at around 412.35. Am I still bullish? I think as long as the SPY can remain above this line, you have to be bullish. Now, does that mean we're not going to have any pullbacks? Absolutely not. Generally speaking, when a stock or the overall market, an ETF, when it breaks out, it usually wants to retest that sort of like breakout or pivot point, and you can see with this pullback here, there's a potential chance that we will retest sort of like this downward trend line. What would that retest look like? That retest can look, it comes in anywhere between, I want to say like that 390 mark, which represents, I can't talk today, which represents about a 9% or so pullback. I can't expect it actually pulling back that 9%, but retesting sort of like 400, 405 is not completely out the picture. So overall, as long as we can stay above this trend line here, this downward trend line, I'm going to remain cautiously optimistic. All right, what else am I looking at? All right, and so we have like a penny speculative stock. BBIG, we're down north of 15% on the day. We closed at 89.52. So the last time I did this video, the stock was actually halted. I think we had closed at around 71 cents, and I was paying attention to it because I was expecting it to, once that halt was lifted, I was expecting it to kind of crash down, and I was going to take that trade knowing that we were going to get that overshoot to about 50 to 100%. That did not happen. It actually halted up, and you can see it right here. Right, so we had closed, when it halted, it closed at 71 cents, roughly speaking. And then it actually opened up around, wow, I didn't even notice that it opened up at 76. So it opened up at 76, but I'm pretty sure it didn't stay there for very long, and it shot up, almost doubled to 142. And so you got that 100% gain once it reopened. I was actually expecting it to, again, halt down and then shoot up. That didn't happen. I didn't want to chase it here. I'm still paying attention. And so what I'm looking at right now, obviously we've pulled back. This is not great, obviously, in the shorter term. But I still think there's a trade to be had here. If we can retest sort of the previous lows of around 71 cents from a risk reward perspective, again, treating this completely as a speculative stock, I don't think it's necessarily a bad trade. So I'm still looking to get something like 50 to 100% off of this. I'll be paying attention to that 71 cents area as a double bottom, but obviously I want to see how the market reacts once it gets there, right? But still BBIG on my radar. Still think it can put up some huge gains. All right, and we're going to round it out with DKNG. You're looking at a daily chart. We're going back to around February of 20 when the stock IPO'd. Obviously, we spiked up. We've come right back down. What was I going to do here? Oopsie. Rounding top, right? Rounding top. Not necessarily, you know what? Let's switch to the line chart, right? Better. Much, much better. Rounding top resolved itself, in my opinion, in May of 2022. So it took about a little over 2 years to resolve itself, and it's trying to show some signs of life. Company just reported popped up a little bit here. We're pulling back. We're off about 1% on the day, closed at 1706. So for me, ideally, as long as we can stay above $14, I think this stock is in play. Do I think we're going to get there? Obviously, if the market crashes, yes, we're going to get to $14. But if the markets can maintain, and overall, this stock actually has maintained the past several trading days relative to the market. So if the stock can actually continue to sort of like hold its ground, I want to say anywhere from $16 to $17, I definitely think we can see about 20 to 30% upside from here. So am I in this? No, I'm not in this yet, not quite, but I'm looking to actually get into this stock. Let's see what the next few days hold, and I'll probably take a position in the upcoming days. All right, so for me, DKNG, you're looking at potential 20 to 30% as long as we can remain above like that $14 line of support right here. All right, that's it. So let's wrap it up there. Tina here, ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed this video, you want to learn a little bit more about how I view the markets and technical analysis. I've been trading the markets for, I think now about 2 decades, so a very long time, and I've seen it all. So if you'd like to find out about the things that I've seen, definitely head on over to our website, ShortMeTina.com, and become a member. Talk to you soon. Bye.